Hi, welcome to Enhanced Trial Division. This is currently the best version. There were 3 other versions previous to this, and I'm currently working on another. So let's explain how this actually works. Right, so what you have in front of you are some examples, 171 all the way up to 181. So what you do is you divide the number by 6. Now, if we go with 171, you'll see that the answer is 28.5. Now, any number that ends in a 0.5, you don't need to check further, okay, because that would be divisible by 3, okay? And you can represent it like this: 3 lots of 29, 3 lots of 28, okay? But there's no way of knowing which way round it goes, if you understand, because both blocks are even. So that could be the top, that could be the bottom. You just don't know what to work with. Where else, and the same goes for 177, 0.5, 329s, 330s, which way round to put this, which is important, because that's the key to this. This gives you your starting positions. Okay, so let's go to 173. Divide by 6, gives us 28.8333 recurring. Okay, so that would mean it was a -1 start position. And that's because you can have 5 29s and 1 28. Okay, there's a rule. You can decide how you wish to memorize all this from these two, because there's only 2 numbers you really need to know. These ones are just, they're gone. Okay, and if the number, so 175 divided by 6 equals 29.16666 recurring, so that's a +1 start position, and that's because 30 is the one on its own, and then you have 5 29s. And then the same when you move along to here, so -1 position, +1 position. It's important to know your starting position. Okay, so let's do some of these examples. I'll see if I can keep that in frame whilst I show this. Maybe if I do it like this, might be a little bit easier. Hold it and keep everything in. Okay, so that should be okay. Right, so 173, as I said, 171 we don't need to do, 177 we don't need to do after we've done the initial divide by 6, because we've got the 0.5. Okay, so as you can see, I've now got the 28 in the middle, and below there's a -1, and then you've got the 5 lots of 29 below. Okay, you don't actually need to put all these 5 lots in. 1 is plenty. As you can see, the numbers either side are just rows of 1. Okay, so the 28 number at the top, middle, you would +5, 33, +5, 38, and then you go backwards, 28, -5, 23, -5, 18, and so on. Now you would go up and down just to make sure that you've got all the primes up to the square root of the original 173, which is a little bit over 13. So you only need to check up to prime number 13. So everything's included here, which is great. On the bottom row, you start with one of the 29s, and then you take one away each time, so 28, 27, and these lists would continue. So it's basically, the bottom row is just a +1 all the way through, so 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and so on. Okay, then you would see if the primes, see the numbers between, so 38, difference between 38 and 27 is 11. Difference between 33 and 28 is 5. 23 and 30 is -7. 18 and 31 is -13. And basically what you're checking is do any of these primes divide any of these numbers? Now, obviously, preferably, you'd want to check the lowest number each time. So you'd be checking 28, 27, and 23, and 18. Now, there is a way to be able to jump to these, but I don't want to overcomplicate things. So what we're going to do is just stick with the bottom row. This is literally a +1 all the way through. So it'd be 32, 33, 34, 26, 25, 24. Very easy. Okay, so does 5 divide by 28? Nope. Does 7 minus, minus 7, 7, whatever. Divide by 30. No. 11 divided by 27. No. 13 divided by 31. No. So that would mean this number is prime. Okay. You can draw all these parts out, because all these parts, so this would be 28, 28, 28, 28, 28, and you add those up, add that up, and it makes the original number. You don't need to do that unless you want to find the actual overall factors of the number, which I'll show you on this next example. So 175 is the next one. If we look at the top, we have a +1 start position, 30, 29, 29, 29, 29, 29. Okay, and again, do the same thing. Top row, add 5, 35, 40, go down 5, 25, 20. The bottom row is just 1 at a time, so you have a 29, 28, 27, you go up 30, 31. Very easy. Okay, so this time we now check. We'll keep with the bottom row again, as I said, even though you can use the top row. There's only 2 ways to get to the top row, depending on a +1 and a -1. It's something you could do, but we'll just leave the lower numbers for now. It's good enough. But you can optimize slightly further. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so does 13 divide by 27? No. 7 into 28? Yes. 7. I should really do this in order. I'm going backwards here, but hey ho, I started the video quite a long time ago and I've made many mistakes so far, so this version hopefully will get through. Right, does 7 divide by 28? Yes, and which means it will divide the number above, 35. Great, so we now know that 175 can't be prime. We've already got a number that goes into. So, let's check the others. Does 5 go into 25? Yes. Does 5 go into 30? Yes. Does 11 go into 20? No. 11 into 31? No. So we have 2 numbers so far. And this is where doing these stretches come in, which again, you don't need to do the stretches because this number will just be repeated here. So basically, once you know this, and this number is just one more of the number below, so this is a -5, so you would know that was 5 less, and this is 7 more. So I'm waffling a little bit. Let's see if we can get this bit done. So 7 into 28, goes 4, and 7 into 35 goes 5. Now we would have 5 rows of this 28, so we would have 5 lots of this 4. And if you add all this up, 20, 25, 25 times 7 is indeed 175. So you would have the factors. And again on this side, -5. So 5 into 25, I'll do the other side, would be 5. 5 into 30 would be 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. So 30, 35, 35 times 5 is 175. Now, this works brilliantly. I can't really say much more other than it works. It works, and the reason it works is going to be another video, I think, because it's gone on quite long enough. And this one hasn't been as messed up as some of the others. So, thank you for watching, and any questions, please put them in the comments.